Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator. Last time we got very lucky with not losing the entire game. So with that, let us continue. We also managed to progress to the spider's door. And we have some other things sort of cooking in the background. We also got a better position at Glover and Glover. A lot of very good things happened last time. We do have a little bit of tentative evidence. And let us... Actually, so let us, I had forgotten about our pawns. We can promote a believer by invoking Lantern. Now, this is the one level up for the pawns that makes them mildly more useful. And we also have an Operation of the Declining Sun. This invokes, acknowledges, and welcomes the passage to silence. Oh, and that's where all my reason was. Well, let us attempt to get a 4th level Rack of Lore. And this is mainly because this will benefit us. Oh boy, okay. We have also been doing very good with funds. I think I explained why I don't want to move up one more position at Glover and Glover. In my opinion, the last position, it becomes unstable. You're very likely to lose that, and while there are many other ways to get additional funds, it's the fact that it's a permanent loss. You cannot go back to Glover and Glover once it's lost. In that manner. Because we have many ways to get more funds. Loyal and clever with locks. Actually, I think that should be read loyal and clever with locks. So we now have a dexterous disciple. And the biggest bonus to this is that they now get a small bonus to their particular colors. And I think I also mentioned that if we had the moth one, this is also where they would go mad. I believe. I don't know if that's done purposefully. It might be possible that that's done because we know that we're going to lose one to Poppy. We know that we're guaranteed to lose one to Poppy, so it might be done that way. So that way you're kind of forced to choose that one in particular, because otherwise you'd have to use a named person. And while we do have a few technically extras, keeping as many of these as possible is a lot better of a situation. We weren't able to summon the Voiceless Dead. And that's my fault. I lost focus of what was going on. Although I think there might have been something else really bad going on at the time. Distracting me enough to where it was actually reasonable. Right, so we're improving our disciples. Loyalty and muscles. So this shouldn't take too long. And we have a few tools, and we should also be safe to continue to visit these. Now, the main... Oh, okay. I was reading that wrong. That says if they have found notoriety. Wakefield is a bit of a problem. Now, the reason why I don't necessarily want to take care of him is that Because of the way that the inspector system works, you can't get rid of all of them. Which, well, I suppose that makes some sense. At some point, you can kind of just start grinding through them, however. Like, it's possible to just continually just going through one after another after another. And there's a couple that are named, and then you get back to the wary detective. And it's just more wary detectives. It's a bunch of detectives that are like, I don't really want to be here, man. But with Wakefield in particular, we're worried about this producing more notoriety. Also, nothing's running. I just realized the microphone might have picked up me cracking my neck like that. We were not able to improve our ragged lore. Somewhat unsurprising. So I am considering what is it that we need at the moment, and that is mainly what we need is more lore. More lore. So we need to do explorations. And I mean money. Yeah, we basically need more lore. So with that, a practical disciple, loyal and good with their hands. What we could use some Spinitra. Okay, I need to. Let's see. I have a lot of things kind of moving through my head. Since we're not going to have a Season of Suspicion anytime soon, let's go ahead and explore the Forsaken Reach. And I believe what we would need is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then some funds to take along with them. And we're hoping to come back. Oh, what we could do is get a little bit more Forgotten Chronicles Forbidden Epics. Now, one thing that I personally don't like is that beyond the Forbidden Epic, it becomes a much more difficult task to get more and more of the secret histories. So it becomes difficult mostly in the fact that either we need more bodies. Granted, they can be dead. They can be dead bodies. And it looks like this one will be first. So that makes this mildly easier. But it's not easy necessarily to produce bodies. We have ways. A lively disciple, loyal and always ready with a song. And this is also very slowly moving into the end game, where money becomes much less of a problem. it mainly becomes watching these and not getting super distracted with whatever we're working on. And it's mainly doing explorations. We invoked the Madrigad, an hour of forge as well as winter. We'll make our own path through. Success is almost certain. So that's good. We also will send Rose for the next one of Watchers. Mortals, perhaps even ordinary mortals, but quite a number of them. They can be fought, seduced, or deceived. A subtle rapture. Now, the benefit of the better Glover and Glover is that will give us an easier supply of doing our occultish things. Let's visit the Painted River and we get a forbidden epic. The attention of the hours is drawn to the bloodiest wars. Afterwards, the histories are braided like hair. There's a great chamber of the manses through which the Painted River flows. The vagabond, it is claimed, painted it from memory in the years before she left the house. Certainly there are histories concealed in its design. I traced them with my hand last night. There were fragments of aquamarine paint beneath my nails, flecks of gold leaf when I was done. And we will continue going through the stag door, looking for more of these for more of these. And yes, so this will continue. And we are having luck. We have gained insight. And this is hoping for the better Ragged lore. We could try to improve our heart. We could also try to improve our moth. Possibly also improve. Now, I will make a comment that improving your lore through this method of combining them to get stronger lore is not the best way to do it. Mainly because you can always get better improved lore much quicker through exploration. And that's the main part, is that you almost always get it quicker, and you almost always get what you need faster through that method. Loyal and quiet as falling snow. This is our silent disciple. I did just kind of realize that I'm not going to get to read out the moths one. I should have maybe saved that, since we aren't actually using our patrons. The good news, though, is that this is not only good progress, but stable progress. We can go ahead and take the Forgotten Chronicle. Last night, Gibri was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until his stories tailed off again into weeping. And we can still visit this a number of times. And also, the thing about this is that while Forbidden and Epic Chronicles can be produced, the much higher level ones, this becomes not a very easy way to get them. So, our strength is matchless. The Watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. Continue working away. We are in the middle of a season of suspicion. Okay, that is not great. An avid disciple, loyal but greedy. And finally, a pawn. Or, not a pawn. but our last disciple, or pawn. Yeah, pawn. I am thinking of that right. The last one to become a disciple. This is potentially a problem. Let us see. 30 seconds. How long on this one? Good. This is the Watcher's End. This will go away beforehand. Great. Great. Do we want... We could try to do a summoning. Let's go for it. Gibri was weeping again. I scooped up his molten tears into my cupped palm. In the dream, my skin peeled and blistered. But only in the dream. So, this is us using the memory of our peeled and blistered hand. The possibility of sparks. This is only a 6th order influence. The signs are unmistakable. We will continue visiting the stag door. And we have improved it to an invocation of the ivory dove. There's a power that commemorates and grieves, from whom nothing is taken, but who cannot be deceived. You might expect to be able to crush him in your hand into bird bone fragments. And it does say that we can use this with a particular paste and assistance dedicated to something or resources of equal power to summon a maid in the mirror. Now, the one thing is that while this does list out particular resources we could use, the real question is, do we have those resources on hand? And a lot of the time, the answer to that question is no. Now, I did say, we might want to try to use this on Inspector Wakefield. Now, let us... We will go ahead and try to improve our Dice's Parable. We can also try to produce the words or our heart aspect. And this will last through that. So that's good. And I do have a particular goal in mind for... Well, not a particular goal, but... And that is the last of our disciples. Loyal and keen-sighted. Okay, hold on. Let's pause. This goes back over here in its normal position. Sochana can sit down there. What I'm going to start doing is we're going to start working on commissions. So I'm going to make a little bit of room so that way we can keep better track of them. And, ooh, I forgot we're going to talk to Inspector Wakefield. And there will be a delayed delivery. A barred door, cramped space, a hidden cargo. Okay, that's somewhat unfortunate. I would have rather had that remain a trembling heat. Let's visit the Painted River. We get a forbidden epic. The attention of the hours is drawn to the bloody spores. Actually, let me... Yeah. I read that quite recently. And once more, I want a couple more forbidden epics and a couple more forbidden chronicles. So you'd like a commission on the secret histories. Dr. Ibn Aladim called the Alpine has offered you a commission. He's looking for substantial treaties on secret histories of something. Of something something. Let us talk to Inspector Wakefield. There's a power that commemorates the grievances from whom nothing is taken, but whom cannot be deceived. I will tell you the power's name. Listen to me. So what we're hoping for is, I think this is powerful enough. I do want to see, no. Yes, I do remember this right. That only this one will, only the Ragged Lore. This is potentially dangerous. But I'm hoping that it's good enough. If I had some dread on hand, I'd actually be able to tell whether or not this was the best idea. Also, I guess, whoops. Yeah, I must have gone back to work. The watchers here were guarding crates sealed with thief-signed ribbons. This was not a lawful operation. The owners of the cargo may not be pleased with our meddling. Well, they'll have to be unpleased with our meddling, unfortunately, because we're taking it for our own. Now, this should be randomized. We get a little bit of funds, which is not the best. We get a second cracked noonstone, which does have uses even if we improve them to noonstones. We get more rose pearl dust. And we get bitter black salts. No ordinary chemist could produce these dark gleaming crystals, not without the touch of the forge. So we're very slowly starting to produce materials to improve our deeds. I don't quite know what I was going for there. Now, we're gonna hold off our further explorations on seeing what happens to our inspector. Now I could try, and that reminds me, I could try to improve, or to try and get rid of the tentative evidence. Now, I had a thought. Right. I want to romance someone. Who should it be? Who should it be? I think, let's go with something that's a little bit appropriate for, the Mirror of Glory. We're going for the, Watchman's Secret. I think it should be Katkara. Now, I don't remember. Oh, okay. I know, is there, no, there isn't a second one. How's that work? Right, now I remember how this works. It's, you go here. No, that's not right. Dang it, how's that? I know you can take some people to the Odysseus Club. I'm trying to remember exactly how you do. Oh, I remember now. This is good because that's one of the other locations that can be visited. It's not through the Explorer. Forgotten Chronicle. Pick it up. We still need a couple more. Okay. Ooh. Your account was too much for the hunter. Their eyes bulge, their jaw tightens. In the day to come, they will sink inexorably into despair, unless they can find a new truth to cling to. Ooh! Okay. Dang it. Okay. Sakurai has always followed his reasoning wherever it leads. And now it has led him out of the Suppression Bureau into a bitter dawn. Now, this has not produced exactly what we wanted, because he has now become a maverick. He is a student of the invisible arts, with an agenda of their own. He is, he is also suspicious. Which is good, because this means that possibly, he can get drawn into the Suppression Bureau. He is a disciple, a true initiate of the mysteries, and mortal. Now, this is the important part. Aspect of Rival's ascension. Opportunities to ascend to the House of the Sun are rare. If another achieves it, I may miss my chance. If this reaches 7, your rival will win the game instead of you. So, what has effectively happened is we have shown them the way forward. The problem is that now, instead of following us, they are trying to approach their own ascension. I believe this is the correct one. So we are inviting Cat Caro for a walk in strange streets. Cat lifts her teacup, drains it to the dregs, tilts the cup to study it critically. Why not, she says. Why not indeed? And we want to visit the Gladwin Lake. And I'm trying to remember exactly what it says. Beneath the surface of the lake, or some cliffside nook, perhaps some relics remain for us yet. Okay, I don't... Also, Leo, you were in the wrong spot. I think I might have... Or maybe not. I don't know what aspects we will need. And this was not the one... There was a further one that I was thinking of, I think. Here, we'll go with a safer route. Lantern and Edge. We need to make more progress on these locations. So I think we needed an even higher level of winter to produce the effect that I wanted, which is driving them mad. We do have a little bit of despair produced, but I'm not super worried about that. Ooh. The mother of ants was born among serpents. She has so very many young sisters. It can be defeated in battle, will respond to the mother's power. Okay. This is not a huge issue. Actually, it's not much of an issue at all, to be honest. I think it was here. Yeah, the Legend of a Serpent. So I did know that this was here. We're gonna use. So we're gonna use Locke. Um, I think it might be safer. So the mother that she speak of, I can't remember which book in particular talks about this, but the mother of ants is the one responsible for Locke. And I feel like it'd be safer to use, though I think in terms of the actual game, it doesn't particularly matter, but using Locke seems more appropriate. I'd rather bring it down by that method than through force of strength. Let's. That's actually going to take quite a while. I'll go ahead and end this episode here. We will see how some of our side projects go. I'll see you in the next one.